Well, hello everybody. We're back again for another D&D. Lots of D&D this week, but this one in particular, Curse of Strahd, my version of it anyway, called Land of the Lost, and we are about to embark on session 19. So we are missing a player tonight. He hasn't turned up. We hope he may turn up as we carry, so we'll just carry on. So Reed will pretty much just hang in the background in the meantime. I will, if we get into anything, I'll just run him in behind and hopefully he doesn't die. But we will get right into our recap this evening. Welcome everyone, welcome players. We will hopefully have an enjoyable evening. So session 18 recap. Last we left off, we had just tried to free the goats from their pen at the Berez swamp. The goats exploded, showering Reed in a splatter of bone and blood, and the skulls atop the fence post screeched in alarm. The scarecrows animated and started to move into attack. You defend yourselves at least the best you can. Arcos, fraught with fear, screams for you all to run. Orvan, also afraid for her life, eventually uses Blink to step into the ethereal plane and flees. Arcos then, with his fear abated, now returns to give Zarik aid in the form of invisibility. Reed is then surrounded by enemies. He uses Giant's Might and grows in size, picking up Arcos as he also flees. You will now start to run for your lives. Eventually you realize the scarecrows have slowed and are no longer pursuing you. You find an appropriate spot to rest for a short while. Then after a little discussion, you decide to head back to the Standing Stones to rest for the evening, knowing that it's a relatively safe place to stay. Knowing you cannot make it back to Vallaki as well before nightfall. During the course of the next few hours, Arcos becomes a little deluded, and Orvan and Reed start to feel like nothing they do really matters anymore. Zarik and Zarik and Arcos have a chat. As you chat, a man appears and offers shelter and safety. You accept and travel with Ivan, or Ivan as he pronounces it, to his hideout and cave, where he offers some advice and reveals that he is a member of a group that calls themselves the Keepers of the Feather, a clan of were-ravens local to these lands. They've been watching you since your arrival in Barovia, and Zarik connects the were-raven leader, Davian Martikov, with Madame Eva's card reading. And it seems your destination is now the Wizards of WInery, which you also had reason to potentially go there anyway, as the owner of the Blue Water Inn had also suggested that something has happened at the Wizards of Wine because the wine has started to dry up. They haven't had delivery in some time. So we rejoin you now as you wake after a night's rest to find Ivan is no longer there. Looking around, it is obvious that he has set out to track his bear, as he spoke to the evening before and was talking about a large bear that him and his companion had been tracking and were hunting it for its pelt. It appears that he has left early and left you to your devices. So pretty much you come to wake. Ripple, you are still in your bottle currently. You've had a decent enough rest now after dealing with the curing of the vampire's curse. It seemed to take a lot out of you, and you decided that respite in your bottle was the best course of action. So you weren't really aware of what had gone on the previous day. You would have heard the sounds of battle and realized that something not good was happening, but you now emerge from your bottle and rejoin your companions as they wake for a fresh day.
What a good sleep. What's been happening, folks? I hear I might have missed stuff.
Yeah,
those bloating goats and a lot of stuff happened. It was bad. The scarecrow's not good. Don't do that. Scarecrows and exploding goats. I look at Arcos and I'm, Captain, did you put something in their wine?
No. Scarecrows and exploding goats.
what I can remember last. We were doing the ritual.
Yeah, remember how there was that goat pen?
Yes. With the
And the
skulls on
scarecrows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Everybody okay?
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Yeah, we gotta go get some more of that potion, I think. No, I'm joking.
Why? Like, who? Who got bitten?
No, we're good.
Drake's turning into a were-goat.
Okay.
It was from all of the bad puns.
Yes,
You can't
indeed.
tell, he doesn't look any different.
Oh dear. Okay.
But we found this hunter fellow. He kind of helped us out a little bit. We're kind of feeling a bit hopeless last night, I think.
Yeah, some of you are still feeling those effects. I believe, Orvan, yours was a couple of days, or at least a day. I know Reed's was
It was a
3.
day. But
Yeah,
I
yours was a
thought
day,
we-
so you
Mine
probably
was
still.
4 or something stupid.
Yeah. No, Reed's was definitely 4. I remember that. Yours, I think, might have been close to 4 as well, 2 or 3. I don't remember. I think, yeah, I got you guys write it down. I know-
One in-game day
Yep,
is what
so-
I've written down.
So you're probably on the tail end of it since you've had a rest. You're definitely feeling a bit better. Still
But did
feeling
we
a
take-
little.
Something with the
Actually,
I
no,
thought he
you
gave us
did.
something.
He did. I forgot myself. Yes.
because I crossed it out immediately. I was like, never mind.
Ivan offered you some wine, and those that partook in said wine it did reduce your effects. Yours was completely removed. I think Reed's and Arcos's were reduced heavily.
Yeah.
So I would.
3.
Yeah. Okay. So you got 3 days. So I would say Arcos, yours is probably you're still feeling it, but it'd be reduced down to a day. I'd say Reed's would be as well. So you're probably still on that tail end of it. You're still not quite. You're seeing things like you're feeling a little deluded and a little just not quite there. Like things just aren't panning out. Which is kind of Arcos anyway.
Like,
It's
so
just a little
just
bit more
his
am-
normal demeanor?
just a little
Sounds
more
pretty realistic
amplified.
to me.
Maybe a little more amplified for Arcos. But yeah, I mean, Jurek seems his normal self. He's generally just pretty weird anyway.
It is all Drake's
Yep.
fault anyway, as we established last episode. So,
We did indeed. It was Jurek's fault. But as you engage in conversation, Ripple, they catch you up on the previous day's events. They explain to you that Ivan the Hunter has found you guys at the Standing Stones and offered you respite here in this cave. He told you who he was and what group he was with, and that they'd been watching you since you arrived. And they tend to try and help the visitors to this land as much as they can, without obviously bringing too much attention to themselves. As I think, as he called it, the Lord of the Land is not someone to be trifled with. So I think you guys had a discussion about, I know together you were deciding whether or not to go talk to Prince Strahd as well, because this is his lands, maybe he could help. Obviously that was kind of overturned a little bit with the chat with Ivan about the Mardikovs and realizing the correlation between the card reading and this potential ally in Davian Mardikov, who is the owner of the Wizards of Wine. So whether you still intend on visiting the prince is up to you. It's pretty much up to you where you go from here. So you hadn't really made a decision whether you were going to the winery or heading back to Valaki.
Yeah, I thought we decided we were going to the winery.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
I can't remember,
We
so
have
you'll have
pelts
to
to
tell me.
sell. Ha Apparently,
Because we already had that mission to bring back wine, or at least find out why it hadn't flowed.
Yeah, I mean, you'd agreed to sort of help out. There was no timeline sort of attached to it, so it was up to you when you decided to do that. I would say, looking at your map, because now I have an actual timeline calculator for this particular land. So looking at your map, you have been given a location for the Wizards of Wine Winery. You know roughly where it is in this location. You've been mapping things out. You have a map of the area, and from your current position to where the Wizards of Wine is located to the west, it's going to take you about 14 hours to walk there. It's a bit of a journey. So it's going to take you the better part of the day and probably into the early evening before reaching it. That's if you follow the road. You know that obviously the quickest way to any location is a straight line. However, you don't know these lands very well. So you can travel overland and avoid the roads if you wish, or you can travel the road, which is completely up to you. Going overland, you can sort of calculate roughly looking at the map that going overland, if the topography on this map is relatively correct, you could cut 4 hours off your journey, maybe 5. However, not knowing the land and not knowing if the map is accurate, you could potentially add additional time to your journey depending on obstacles you may incur. So that is completely up to you guys as you sit and discuss what your plans are to be.
I mean, you know what I would suggest, but then you don't really listen to me, so where do you want to go?
Who was that even aimed at? All of us?
We do
No.
we do what you say half of the time. That's why we're in this mess.
If we went straight, in a straight
If
line,
we were a raven, can we be were-raven? We can ask Avan. This could be were-ravens. Easy.
if
He's gone.
we went in a straight line, does it look like there's anything on the map that might hinder us too much?
Well, let's
Not
let the dice decide, shall we? Let's make the first roll of the evening, and you've been on a ship. You know how to read a map. You're not proficient, but you definitely have an understanding of map reading. So just we'll make it up to you: survival, investigation, or perception. Give you the choice of one of those 3 rolls. If you're all wanting to have some input into that, we can make it an advantage,
So
or you can all roll it.
perception.
It's up to you. Perception, survival,
Perception.
or
I'll go for perception
Yeah.
for shits and gigs.
Perception?
Now what?
natty 1, first roll of the night. Don't forget you got your luck rolls, guys. But a natty 1, first roll of the night from Nutty.
Yeah.
You're going to use your luck roll, or you're going to just
No,
leave it at
I'll
that?
just leave it at that.
Okay.
Because I haven't got a clue. It's just
You look
not my
at
brain
the
tonight.
map, and yeah, you're just not sure. It's a very basic map. It has some basic topography on it. You can see what looks like maybe a hill or two. Got some trees, and you obviously got the river between you and there, but that's about it. That's all you really notice. You're not really. You look at it and go, "Hey, we should be able to do that easy."
Oh yeah, sweet. That's not very good for somebody who used to navigate seas.
Well, you weren't specifically the
Valid.
navigator, but you've had some
But-
experience.
You know.
You just got out of your ball. It's fine.
You're sleepy.
And you just
It's fine.
recovered from bad curse stuff. It's okay.
That's like.
Oh,
I have no idea. We could give it a go and see what happens.
We have been told to stay on the roads, though.
We have been.
Yeah.
Ivan did warn you to travel by road wherever possible.
Then I would probably say stick with that because, better to be safe than sorry.
So I was going to suggest we stay on the road.
Let's
Do
suppose
it,
that.
And deathly silence.
Yeah. Oh, Drake,
That's
that's
unusual.
a great idea.
See, I knew you guys wanted to travel straight there, but it's not safe.
No.
And Arcos grabs Ripple and he pulls her aside. He's like, "I'll talk to you about Drake later.
Okay.
Not to be trusted. He's not to be trusted."
Okay.
So, with that, you collect your belongings, sort yourselves out, and you head out. It's going to take you about an hour to get from the cave back to the riverbank, and it's going to take you a little bit to cross. We're not going to roll for the river. You've already done that at least once. Not going to sort of rehash old rolls. But you have a rope strung across the river. The river has settled a little bit. The rain, it's still drizzling. Again, it's very cloudy. The fog is quite thick today. However, the river level seems to have dropped a little overnight and calmed somewhat. So you make your way across the river using the rope, getting yourself across there. So by the time you get back across the river, heading back towards the old road that led to the swamps of Berez, you're looking at a couple of hours in. You know from this position it's going to take you 12, 13, 14 hours to traverse the road following the map, because again, you're not familiar with this area, so the map is paramount. If you obviously didn't have the map, it would take you a lot longer and you would possibly get lost. This first section's easy enough. You traveled this road, you know you've got to head north following the river and heading back towards the small bridge that ran over the river that leads you back to Vallaki. And obviously a road turns westward towards the Wizards of WInery. You follow the road. It's damp underfoot, still quite swampy in this whole area. You do notice there are a few ravens in the area circling high. They're not sort of low where you could probably speak to them or anything. They are circling quite high. I would imagine this probably offers a little bit of comfort now, knowing that you have some company, I guess, and possible allies in case of an incursion, perhaps. Although so far they've not involved themselves in any combat at this point. But Ivan seemed quite certain that if things got dire, that they would come to your aid, or at least someone would. After about an hour or two, you find yourselves back at the small footbridge that crossed over the Luna River, leading back towards Vallaki. In fact, looking back down that road, even though it's probably a good hour's walk, hour and a half, 2 hours walk from the bridge to Vallaki, you can see the plumes of smoke rising from the township in the distance, even though it's relatively overcast and the fog is starting to sort of thicken a little bit as you travel. You turn westward and start following the muddy road. Eventually the trees start to close in around you as the road sort of leads into a bit of forestry, so it's very eerie. It starts to get dark almost as the trees sort of loom over top and join into the canopy, blocks out some of the sky, leaving it very dark and dingy indeed. The fog enveloping a lot of the trees, so as you turn left or right looking into the tree line, you see 2, 3, maybe 4 trees deep before it's just a wall of mist, which is also very unnerving to, I would say, probably most of you, if not all of you, as you can't really see anything beyond that, and you just don't know what's lurking there. You know this place has an unnatural feel to it. There's just a really foreboding feel the whole time you've been here, and it hasn't really lifted since you've arrived in this place. You continue walking. Is there any conversation being had as you continue your journey, now turning westward into unfamiliar territory, because this is a road you have not traveled, in a place that you are unfamiliar with, and that you are aware that you are currently unable to leave this place?
So Arcos, like, during the journey, will try and, like, pull Ripple aside, like you said.
Yep.
So, when you're in your bottle, we found out, and I don't know that Derek wanted us to know, but maybe he did. I can't remember. It's all a bit hazy. But he's from here, like, not from here, but from the, you know how, like, we lived on the Sword Coast, sort of, and then that's part of Faerun. Like, he's from the Faerun part of what's here, Like he's from the dark place.
Okay.
And so I think he's out to get us. Do you think he's out to get us? Because I think he's out to get us. Like he keeps making really weird choices. Like he got Reed. What? Have you seen Reed?
Haven't seen Reed.
Oh, that's
I haven't seen
it's fine.
Reed.
He's there.
No, he's just hanging
okay.
back. Like he's hanging back in the back. He's a little slower. Like he's dawdled a little bit, but he seems a little out of sorts as well.
I'm starting to think that maybe Reed's not even a real person. He's like some sort of thrall under Jarik's power or something. Because he's really dumb.
Have you eaten
Have I what?
properly today?
I mean, I didn't have as much breakfast as I usually have. I don't see how that's relevant to this conversation. I mean, we're talking about life and death here.
I know. It just, I feel that, I mean, I've missed a lot. I missed a lot, obviously, being in my bottle.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everyone else seems to think it's fine. Like, just fine. Do you think his hearing's good? I don't know if he's got, like superior ears. Like, he's made up of all these different bits of things, right?
How long have you known
He
him?
used to be something else. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, there was that massage. I feel like I could have known him really well, but...
Okay. That aside, has he ever done anything to make you doubt that he is here to help us?
A lot. Like, he does weird stuff all the time. Like,
He's always doing weird stuff all the time.
yeah, but maybe that's the way he gets you. Like, you know, he does weird things and you're like questioning it, and then all of a sudden you're dead and you've been eaten by something.
Like what almost happened, but we don't talk about.
Well, yeah. And then he nearly let Reed eat one of us. Like, he's like just standing there, you know. You remember? Like, it's not just me. Like, remember? Like, yeah, that happened, right?
It did. Okay.
All right.
I think this place might be old, though I do think that this place is getting to you a little bit as well.
I think if anything, I'm sharper than I'm starting to see. It's not just this place that's not right, right?
Oh, this place is not right.
Like, how did we get here? We still don't know. And like, Sayura's gone, and like, yeah, she was from here too, but
Ripple, roll insight check for me, please. You got. I mean, it stands. It tracks. You've known Arcos for a long time. Like, he was the captain of your ship. You've spent a number of years traveling with him. You've never seen him quite like this, though. Like, he's rambling a little bit. He's having many different tracks of thought. Like, it's very chaotic. It's not like him to be this chaotic. Even after, like, he's definitely changed since what happened, but
he's turning into a rare
this is really not him. Even
No.
since then, like, there's something, like, you can notice it. It's really obvious to you that he's not right. Like, there's something really going on with him right now. You can't really sort of pinpoint exactly what it is, because it's kind of hard in this situation, but there's something going on with him, like, seriously.
Yep. Yes. I think at this point I'll just be smiling and agreeing and just keeping him.
So if you keep eyes on him and I keep eyes on him, that's two people who keep eyes on him. Because I think everyone else is just like, oh, it's fine. And then maybe if we convince Orvan, she can, like, maybe he's under some sort of curse. Maybe, because before he was alright.
I'll speak to Orvan. You speak to. You have a good. You can speak to Reed, eh?
I mean, I can speak to Reed, but like I said, maybe he's some sort of, like, weird thrall. Like, such a weird relationship, don't you think?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll take Orvan aside later when we get to where we're going. and have a chat
Yeah,
with her.
that's a
and
good
see.
plan. That's the best plan we've had the entire time we've been here. Like, it's a great
So
plan.
you just chill. It's fine. We've got it under control.
Yeah, I think I've got some snack. Well, I have something. And he's
You
like,
got some snacks?
he just like moves off and he's like looking at his bag for something to eat. But maybe I am hungry. Am I hungry? I don't know.
Probably. We haven't been eating what we normally would while we've been here, so yeah, probably. And you
Probably.
always feel a bit funny.
So you Reed is hanging back. He's not really speaking. He's just keeping up the pace, but like he's there, but he's kind of not there at the same time. And so his eyes wandered backwards and forwards to the tree line. Has that look of almost paranoia about him. Like after the incident with the scarecrows and things, he seems to be a lot more cautious and a lot more focused on potential dangers and not really engaging in any kind of conversation. Zarik or Van, are you guys speaking at all as as Ripple and Arcos sort of lag back a little bit to have a conversation?
Yeah, I go up to Orvan and pull her aside and just like, have you noticed anything weird going on with Arcos? He seems seems like he's out to really to get us.
I should probably speak to Ripple about it, you know? I feel a really strong pull to do that. No, that, no. Jarika, what do you, have you ever wanted to, do you want to fly? Like, what do you think it feels like to do that? These
We can
ravens,
talk about.
like, we're ravens. Not these ravens, different ravens. But do you think they obviously still remember everything that they're doing? Would it be a cool sensation?
Do you like walking for a long time?
Hell to the no, to the no, no.
So how do you think the Raven feels
What, to fly?
after a long time?
I think mostly they would use the current to float. I don't think that they need to do much work at all.
Maybe. But how are we going to fly like a raven?
And I don't know. Do I know exactly what you are as like a race?
I think I've said some bits and pieces.
Yeah, you guys have travelled with each other for a time before this, so I would imagine that you would have some understanding of each other, and Jurek's probably been not as open about his ancestry previously, but he did when you guys first arrived here. Sometime since being here, he has sort of said that he is a mutation of sorts.
So, and no offense to your situation, but like, do you think that they're also like they're a mutation too? Like, would they not? I don't know. Is it like a splicing thing or?
What is splicing?
Fucking
I mean-
stupid scientist stuff. Ah. I mean,
think
marrying of your like species, right? Because like you're a mixture of different things together. These are like similar. I'm sorry. I mean, no offense. Not what you want to be called.
I don't know if it's exactly the same though, because what happened to me was a change in my in my body. Like it was a rewriting of something. It wasn't like, well, it was more of a change of the nature of who I am, as opposed to when you're affected by a curse, it's different. I'm not cursed.
But once the curse takes effect, they're inherently changed altogether. And that's what we were seeing in Reed and Ripple. So would that not also be a similar, like, if you if you wanted to fly, you could, I mean, ask them.
I mean, if you've ever been in the snow and you roll up all the snow into a ball, and then you make up another ball of snow and stick it on top of the other one, it's just 2 balls of snow. But if you get a carrot and stick it in the smaller ball of snow on the top, it starts to look like a man. Is that
Sure.
a curse, or is that a mutation?
That's a man-made situation. No, that's kind of different.
Well, that's what I'm saying this is for me.
Oh, you're a man-made situation? Shit.
I believe so.
Oh, you don't actually know?
I know what changed me. I don't know why or how.
Okay. Weren't you just a little bit curious about how vampirism might change you also?
You mean as opposed to how it would change you?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd have pretty much the same effect.
Still, it is quite interesting from a perspective of, are you gaining good parts of things? Are you becoming a stronger version of yourself or other people?
Well, after I was changed, I did some research to see if this was something that had happened before, and I had learned of others that had changed as well, and they didn't get the same abilities that I got. There were some who became a little bit insect-like, and they got an outer shell that gave them extra protection, and there were some that were able to swim underwater. I was able to climb. We're not all the same.
So at a base level, at a cellular level, everyone is okay. It's all very interesting from a point of view of everybody reacts differently to things. And I'm just gonna try and coax down some ravens with some food and.
Yeah, they don't seem overly interested. I mean, they're flying fairly high up, so I mean, I don't even know that they would notice what you were doing. I mean, to them, you're probably just waving at them, and I mean, you're not even 100% sure whether the actual ravens or the raven folk. There just happen to be some ravens flying around above you at this point. But that being said,
do you think that's offensive to them too?
Could be.
If I'm just making them kind of a pet, oh my god!
As this conversation's going on, and Ripple and Arcos are sort of finishing up their conversation, you all hear a shrill sort of screech from the tree line to your right. I'll get all of you to make that perception roll, please. God, I'll be to make reads for him.
Game is freaking out though. Is anyone else's laggy or doing some weird stuff?
Maybe try refreshing.
Yeah, try refresh your browser.
If not, it could be a hardware acceleration thing.
Could be. I know. It could be that.
My computer is making weird noises. So it could be that.
It could be that bloody roll that too. I think I'll stop using it. Just have it doing some weird shit. And let's just make this from here. 16 from Reed, 9 from Orban. So Arcos and Ripple and Reed, you spot them. It's 4 creatures of some sort, humanoid, look like they're standing bipedal, just sort of in the tree line, just off the road. They seem to be standing around another smaller bush, and you can see them all sort of darting backwards and forwards like they're trying to ambush something. They're standing about, I don't know, 2-3 feet tall. Looks like them. It's kind of hard to tell. You'd have to get a little bit of a close look to see exactly what they are. But I mean, they haven't noticed you, so it's up to you what you do in this situation.
I would. Who didn't see them? Orvan and Arcos.
Orvan and what was Jarek's? No, Jarek. Your roll didn't come up either. 3.
3.
Oh, it failed. So that was low. So no, Jarek doesn't see it either. So it kind of tracks. Orvan and Jarek are kind of engaged in conversation quite heavily. So
kind of go up and kind of be like, "Oh, guys, just look over there without looking over there."
Do you stop or do you continue walking? That's the question.
Keep walking.
Oh, Ripple, I need to talk to you later. Oh, wait, what?
Just for the here and now. Just keep walking and talking, but just look over.
That's fine.
And
They're just small. It's fine. Nothing in this land kills us.
So you look as you are directed. Your sort of gaze is directed over as you're walking. You sort of, I'd imagine you'd slow your pace a little bit. You see these 4 or 5 little twig-like creatures just circling this bush. Again, anyone that's sort of hunted game or small game you would kind of gather that they're trying to maybe capture a small animal or something. They seem really intently focused on this small bush.
Should we go and have a look and see what they're trying to catch?
No. Every time we've stuck our nose in things that isn't our business, we get in trouble. Bad things happen.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Remember that time you got bitten? Oh yeah, we don't talk about that.
But what if they've got no, never mind. Okay, we'll keep going.
Can make some friends, no? Like Yvonne.
Do they look friendly? I don't know, they don't look friendly to me. And they're quite normal size, I have you know, they're not small. That's offensive. Just because we're not going to go talk to them doesn't mean you need to be rude.
Okay. She kind of side-eyes Arcos, like, alright, okay, I don't remember saying anything about the big small, that's fine.
No, Orvan.
Orvan.
And I'm like, they're the same size as Arcos. Quite normal size. I don't understand.
As you sort of continuing to walk and discussing this, one of them sort of jerks its head up and looks up at the trees above, starts looking around, and then back to focusing on whatever's in this bush. Seems to have heard something, maybe have heard you, but it sort of drew its focus for a moment, and then its focus is drawn back to this bush. If you continue watching as you're walking, even a few feet sort of past where they are, eventually you see a large hare dart out from the bushes and start heading towards the road. It's big for a hare, not quite as big as Arcos. But it darts out from beneath the bush and heading towards the road. And immediately, two of these twig-like creatures, they turn and extremely quickly. They dart at it, and one of them, before you sort of realize it, one of them dived on top of the hare and sort of barrel rolled through, and you can see it stabbing furiously into the rabbit. By the time it sort of stops rolling, the other one jumps on top of it and grabs it by the ears and grabs. It's not a knife, but it looks like almost like a branch, but you can tell they're using them as weapons, and decapitates the hare, rips its head off, and just starts munching into it.
At this point, I'm grabbing hold of Arcos, and we're walking, and I'm trying to keep his eyes away.
not related.
Oh.
It's completely different. That's an
That
that's an animal,
they're
and I'm not.
obviously food. They're obviously hungry, and
Yeah,
they're
everyone's got to eat. We're not. It's not upsetting.
okay.
And he's like, he's like,
fine,
it is a little bit
dude.
upsetting in his current state. He's like, it's fine. Like, if people got to
Anybody
eat.
have a
and then
cloak? Anybody have a
rabbits-
hat? Just hide your.
Maybe you should use that invisibility on yourself.
And in this moment, the other two dive onto the carcass, and all four of them just tear into it, and it's just fur and blood and guts, and it's just an absolutely primal and visceral moment.
They obviously don't cook. Mind you, would you wanna fire? No, probably not. I wonder
What are
what
you
they
trying
are.
to say?
I mean, are they brown and twiggy? Are they brown and sticky? Are they sticks? Where does
Brown
the
and
food
sticky.
go? Brown and sticky?
Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to start a fire if you're made of twigs.
But
Yeah, okay.
it could be something that we could use against them if
We are not going to need to. We're going to carry on. We're going to pretend we didn't see them. Let them do it again, and we will keep on going.
You
They
carry
might,
on.
they might just go to sleep.
Eventually, the sight of the dismembered rabbit is left in your rearview mirror, so to speak, as you continue onward, making your way down the muddy road.
Fast places. So, never mind.
I didn't hear half of that. You were cutting in and out.
Can we look up though as well if we're going past, because like obviously they got distracted by something
Yes.
in the air, whatever. Can I perception check?
You can do a perception check to
To
see
see
if you can
if
see
I can
anything.
see.
Yeah. Roll perception.
Where's my thingy? There it is. Come on, baby.
Oh, that
it's
was
still
so
freaking out.
close to a natty one.
Oh,
That was so close to a natty one. 22. It's almost. I mean, that was a high DC because it was almost impossible to see what would have potentially drawn their attention. There's obviously the ravens circling in the sky. It's misty and cloudy. It's kind of hard to sort of see them directly, but it could have been anything. Like the attention was sort of drawn into the general air treetop, like they're in a canopy cover, so it could have been another animal in a tree that might have caught its attention. It's entirely possible that it was your guys' conversation that maybe grabbed its attention momentarily, and then it was back focused on its prey, obviously being hungry, or it's just what they were more focused on at the time.
But hunters in their natural habitat don't get scared about random things.
I would say with a 22 perception, it didn't seem like it was scared. It just something else grabbed its attention momentarily.
Okay.
It didn't seem like it was afraid. So you continue onward, following the road westward as it curves now slowly more northwards. Another hour or so's passed, and you're sort of heading on now till sort of midday. The sun, as you can see, it's sort of peeking, that sort of hazy glow through the cloud cover and mist is high in the sky. Ravens still circling above. They seem like they're following somewhat. I would say even without a perception check, you can all hear what seems to be the sound of water, but not like a running, not like waves per se, not like an ocean or a river, but you can just see almost just off the edge of you sort of hearing, you can hear the lapping of water against the shore, maybe another lake perhaps. You could hear the river behind you before, and that's sort of slowly dissipating, and as you move further northward you can hear the sound of sort of a slow running river as well as you move more northward. Any more conversation to be had as you travel? It's going to be a pretty much a full day's travel. So, anything else you wish to discuss as you continue your journey, or can we expedite this a little bit?
So how about that prince? Anybody like that prince? Anybody want to go talk to the prince?
That was the plan. That's what we were doing, and now we're not doing that.
I know.
Dirty
I really want to. I still want to do it, kind of, sort of, maybe. Actually. Do you think we can do it after the vine place?
Maybe after the Wizards of the Wine.
Yeah, I mean,
Figure out what's going on
Raven
there, and then
people were very. The Raven guy was very convincing.
Should I? Oh, I wonder. I'll think on it.
should
I'm
you?
going. Should I?
Should you?
Should I?
Should I?
Should I? Would I?
not?
Could I? Have I?
What are you thinking? Should you do what? Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. He's meant to be some big thing for all of this area, for all of this land. Meant to be like overarching. Some of them are speaking as if he is some kind of nearly ethereal god type thing. Like, I could start praying to him.
You could start praying to him, not your normal deity. Would your deity be happy about that?
I mean, she hasn't really talked to me much of late. I can't really feel her too much, but if I reach out, maybe I can speak, or at least put our intentions out there towards him.
What are our intentions towards him?
To get out, we want an audience, no?
We do. We want to get out of here.
I don't know if
wanna
he
go
is this.
home.
Yeah, I know. If he is some sort of like, I don't know, being in that regard, maybe they'll hear. There are clerics of all kinds.
Okay. I mean, you could try if you think that. But if lots of people here are also warning us against that.
No one's warned you against the prince.
No one's warned.
No. I mean, some have warned you against the Dark Lord that resides here.
Oh, okay.
But
not the prince.
they have not warned you against visiting Prince Strahd. Like Prince Strahd,
okay.
I mean, he is the leader of this land. He is the Lord of the Lands. But the reference is, the references seem to be that this Dark Lord seems to be a completely different entity to Prince Strahd.
I mean, okay, that's if you want to try that. Or why not? See what happens.
We don't have any other really big options, and
what have you got to lose?
Try. Exactly. I have tried to reach out to my god, and she.
Maybe
yeah.
it feels like there's an oppressiveness here. That
a little bit,
she
yeah.
can't get through.
Arcos, make a wisdom save for me, please.
And actually, while we're
I was going to say, I think that's at disadvantage still.
I think it is, yes.
Good times.
Oh man, just quietly. Keep a weather
Not
eye on
set that way.
That was nasty.
Arcos, because I feel that he's more paranoid than usual.
Arcos.
Have you noticed that?
Oh.
People are talking about me. How dare they?
I mean, yeah, slightly. We'll leave you guys here for this moment. I'll get the rest of you to deafen just for a moment. I'll give you a wave.
Oh,
yes, deafen yourselves.
How do I do that?
Click the microphone, the headphones at the bottom of your...
headphones.
Stuff things
Okay.
into your ears. No.
Yeah, I'll give you a wave when it's time to come back. So, Arcos. You feel like someone is watching you. You turn, you look over your shoulder to see if Reed's there. Reed's still there, he's walking along and he gives you a nod of recognition. But just over his shoulder, you see a tall, dark figure standing just off the side of the road. And the moment you lock eyes with him, and his eyes are a deep, deep red in color, The moment you lock eyes with him, in an instant you're standing on the deck of your ship. You turn around looking. It's exactly how you remember it before she sank. You turn around to look behind you where the door to the captain's cabin would be, and instantly you're standing in front of a very tall man, 6'4", 6'5", very broad-shouldered. However, you can't see his face, even though he's standing right in front of you. It's almost like he's perpetually in shadow. As he walks around you slowly, as you turn and follow his gaze, every time the light sort of moves to reveal his face, it's almost like he steps into another shadow. So you can't make out any features. He has a very imposing feel to him. And after a few moments, do you try and speak? Do you try and move?
Grimshaw? Like, all tall people just look the same to him.
You're able to speak, but if you try and move, you find yourself unable to move. It's almost like you're stuck, you're paralyzed in place. And you feel like you're turning yourself as he's sort of walking around, and your body's turning through no control of yours.
Well, that's not right.
You know that they are afraid of you, my friend.
Who's afraid of me?
They fear you. You are unpredictable.
Am I?
The one you call Tariq.
I mean, I think that's his name. I don't just call him that. I'm pretty sure that's his name.
This man, you say he's out to get you, yes?
Or like something's forcing him. He's doing weird stuff.
So Berez is weird, is it not?
Yeah, I don't like it very much. What?
You want to go home?
Wait. But where?
You wish to leave?
Why am I on my ship?
Ask me, and you can leave.
How do we get here, though?
I am very powerful. I have many things that I can do. This is just one.
Who are you, though?
I am the master of these lands.
Oh, the prince. We were going to come see you, yeah.
Not that imbecile, no. The prince is but a boy.
He seems
I
pretty grown up
rule
to
these
me.
lands. He does not.
Oh.
He is a pawn in my game. But if you wish to go home, all you have to do is kill him. Wait till he sleeps. It would be easy. Cut his throat. You've done it 1,000 times. And you can go home. I'll even let you take your friend. The blue one.
Oh.
She can go with you. Kill him. Bring me his heart.
Where are you, though? Like, where are we?
I am everywhere and nowhere. I am life, I am death.
Do it then? If you're everywhere, like,
Where is
surely...
the fun in that? So much better to have someone else do it. Much more fun. But if you do not wish to go home, do
I
not
mean, I
kill him.
do.
Choice is yours. But I know what, I will not wait long before I may kill him, I may not. I may get you to kill him when you don't have opportunity to resist. Or I may send some friends to visit and play. Take some time to think about it. Time is all we have here. You are not going anywhere soon. and in an instant, the mist sort of whip up around you, and you're looking over Reed's shoulder, and sort of snap out of it. You guys can come back.
Come back.
You can come back. I can't spell properly, but you can come back.
I was like,
there's a few
that
other
was a
letters
lot of
numbers
weird
you can
letters.
So, Evil, I'm going to
Nobody's
try and
listening.
I'm going to be adding something to my sheet because I realized that when we went level 5, I should have added another mutation. So,
Yep,
I'm
go
just
for it.
choosing which one.
Lottie's not paying attention. She's looking at Facebook.
No, I'm on Facebook.
Lottie's not paying attention. She's looking at Facebook.
Ah, crap.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a real curse.
Turn that bloody Facebook off while you're on the game. Jeez.
I have now. I just looked at it while you were doing your thing.
Anywho, so as I say, Arcos, you look over each shoulder, and then you turn, and then you come back. You sort of snap out of it and come back, and there's nothing there. It's just Reed's sort of giving you a weird look. It's like you're staring at him or something. He sort of gives you that. What are you looking at?
Huh.
I'll leave it up to you with how you react to that situation.
I tell them everything.
Hey, if you want to tell them everything, it's up to you. That's entirely up to Arcos.
Where are we going again?
Was that
Going
in
to
character?
the winery.
That's right, the
What?
winery. Yeah.
What? Are you okay? What's...
That whole moment would have been maybe 10 seconds in real time.
Yeah. Just
You just forget? Like,
Yeah,
we
just-
literally just talked about talking to the prince and then, like,
yeah.
after the winery. And...
That's right. I was thinking about the prince, and then I ever get caught in a memory, and then like it feels like you're still there, and then all of a sudden you're actually where you are, and you can't remember what you're doing. Like when you go to the cupboard and you're like looking for something, but you can't remember what you're looking for, and you're standing there staring, and you can't remember why.
Yeah, all the time.
I might still
Walk
be
into
hungry.
another room, and then... Do you have snacks still?
I think I ate them all. Went bad.
I probably have some snacks you can have.
I mean, you probably don't feel good after seeing that whole Quig situation.
Yeah.
Haha. Do you need a hug?
No, but thanks for asking.
It's okay. You just don't seem right.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
we're going to the Royal Winery, so, you know.
yeah, there'll be wine. Or
There
there
will
won't
be.
wine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you hope so.
What did you drink on the ship? Anything cool and fun?
I mean,
Why is all the rum gone?
Rum?
all the rum, all the rum. We just drank rum. They didn't allow us to have anything else, and I was the captain. It shouldn't be like this.
And
So you had the
can you
best
drive
rum.
a
I did have the
boat
best
and
one.
drink?
Man, we didn't let Grimshaw drink. He was falling over the side without being drunk. So
Who's Grimshaw?
yeah, he was a Minotaur. He wasn't very good on board ships, and yeah, he was a sailor. It's very weird.
Wait, do
Life
Minotaurs
choice.
have hooves? Isn't that weird on a ship? To like,
Yeah,
if
they
it's rolling
do.
back and forth.
Yeah, I think it was the hooves. He was big too.
Yeah, because they're all like up top, right?
Yeah, it was definitely top
Windows.
heavy.
But I bet he could pull in the sails really well.
Yeah. He always said someone pushed him, like every time. Like he'd fall off, once or twice a week. Like,
I swear someone pushed me.
I mean, I pushed him once, a couple of times. It's just, it's funny. He would be alright. He knew how to swim.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. How tall is a minotaur, and also how did you push him off the side of the boat?
It's kind of easy when he's leaning over the edge.
He's not very steady on his feet. He didn't need much help. I mean, I might be only 3'4", but
you just go for the center.
When you got a 6'7" top heavy minotaur, it's not hard to topple him overboard.
Yeah.
Kick him in the back of the knees.
You did it too? Oh. No wonder he's so paranoid.
Would I?
So maybe it was actually people, even though you were saying it was not.
The whole crew was
every
fucking.
time someone pushed him.
This poor man, this poor minotaur. Shit,
Yeah,
I said man. That's also offensive, probably.
Manator.
Manator. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the whole crew fucked with them on a daily.
Yeah. And then Arcos gets like really silent when he realizes he is dead just like everyone else.
So
they were a good crew.
You continue
Just
on.
gonna like tap your shoulder. I know you don't want to.
Yeah. Last time someone tried physical contact, that was good.
Well,
I'm never gonna forget Tariq trying to give me.
Yes, the massage. Yeah.
Well, now you'll get an even more special massage because now I have 2 extra grappling appendages.
Oh my god!
I can give you a double reach around.
Oh, that's great.
That's not going to help my
one for each ear.
my sanity at all. My delusion, like, oh great, now he's got more hands.
Yeah, his delusion's going to get worse.
Well, it's kind of like how it just suddenly appear out of nowhere. You're like, anyone else see that he's got extra fucking limbs?
Oh look, we have an octopus.
So you continue onward. A general conversation ensues thereafter, trying to lighten the mood a little bit. So there's a few jokes thrown around, things like that of that nature. Eventually, after reaching early afternoon, as you come to a fork in the road. So this whole area is this stretch of road is multiple branches. So one branch heads more north, quickly turning into a dirt path as you sort of look down it. The other path heads southward and remains more of a dirt sort of muddy road, and the final path turns towards the west, which, as you read the old signpost, it has the arms it's a real sort of haphazard thing that's all bent and weathered and split, and the wording's kind of faded, but you can make it out. The sign heading towards the north and the sort of north branch says Lake Baratok written on it, so it's obviously sort of coincides with the water you can hear. And then the southern branch says Salinka Pass, or to Salinka Pass. So, and that's spelled with a T, a silent T. So TSOLENKA, Salinka Pass. And the western branch quite clearly states Wizards of Wine's winery and vineyard.
These don't look like they've been, like this is where they've sat. Like, do they look like they're
No,
haphazard?
It looks like they've been nailed in. Like they're definitely pointing in a direction. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with or anything like that.
Okay.
Like the arm pointing back to the way you're just coming is clearly labelled Vallaki, so you're coming from that sort of general direction. So you've got the road slopes. You sort of slope down this road, so the road back to Vilaki slopes up. The northern road slopes downward and curves off onto it, and then turns into a different type of road, a very sort of gravelly dirt road leading, what maybe to the lake, which is what it's signposted as. The wizards, the road to the wizards remains this sort of muddy, travelled road. You can see the wagon marks and things like that. No horse hooves though. There's one thing you probably, I'd say everyone probably has noticed that even though these wagon tracks, there's tracks of beasts of burden and more likely bullocks or that type of animal. Buffalo, like a big sort of those type of beasts of burden rather than horse. There's no horse tracks on these roads.
Did you guys, because we're meant to be finding out why they're not getting their supplies. We don't necessarily have to go straight to the place unless you guys want some more information, but should we, like, how can we see on the map as well, like, if it's far out from the winery?
From where you're at, you can definitely look at the map, and looking at the map, determining sort of how far you've traveled at the moment and how much you've got left to go. You've traveled for about 5 or 6, 7 hours since you left early this morning. So you've got about
so
that
quite
again.
a few.
Yeah, it's another. You're about at the halfway point. So you've got at least another sort of 6 or so hours before you can before you're going to reach the winery itself. You know you're not going to get there before sundown. You're going to get there probably an hour or two after sundown. If you quicken your pace, you can shorten that journey, but you do run the risk of exhaustion by obviously speeding up. But that's entirely up to you guys. If you wish to reach the winery before sundown, you're going to have to run and like pick up the pace and pretty much run the rest of the way, which will force a constitution save for exhaustion at least halfway to see whether you're going to gain exhaustion once you get there.
Have we been told if there's anywhere safe or that we can
No,
stop
you have
for the night
not.
on the way?
You have not.
We didn't ask. Okay.
And the map doesn't have that kind of detail either. It doesn't show any housing or anything like that. If you wish to have a look around to see if you can see any plumes of smoke, that would sort of indicate a campsite or maybe a house somewhere, you can roll a perception check, and everyone that wants to look for that can do so.
I am not a survivalist. Someone else do it, please.
Ooh, those disadvantages killing it for Arcos at the moment. Oh, it's not too bad with a 10 though. Jeez, 10's average. So Ripple and Arcos sort of having a quick look around. Arcos, you don't really notice too much. If there is smoke, you can't really see it through the haze of the mist. That is, again, as I said, it is rolling in, and it seems to be getting thicker and thicker as the day sort of draws in. With a 16 Ripple, you do see what you think might be a plume of smoke, more westward than, because at the moment the road will turn west, and then looking at it on the map, it sort of veers southward after a time. The smoke is more directly west, so probably looking at where you are and seeing where the river is, you can probably determine that somewhere along that river line there might be a camp or a house or a cabin. Potentially, you're not 100% sure. It's really hard to sort of determine. Sorry.
I'll share that I'll point it out to the group and see if anybody else can see it, I guess.
Pointing it out, like everyone, once you've pointed out the direction and given them something to reference, they can all sort of see it. But again, it's very hard to tell exactly what it is. It kind of looks like a plume of smoke. Could be a
Do we want to
campfire.
go and investigate that?
You know, where it's been raining as well.
Yes.
Um,
Well, it's constantly drizzling, and it has been all day. So
I wanted to see if I can spot any tracks that wouldn't look like, well, that would look more like predator tracks.
So you're looking for a survival check.
Yeah.
Survival or nature? Your call.
Either or is the same for me.
Yeah, so we'll go survival. That's a good roll.
Oops, that's let me share it with everyone.
23. So with a 23, looking around, there are definitely animal tracks on this road. It's muddy, it's soft. Determining predator tracks, there would be lupine tracks for sure. Definitely. With a 23, I could say, you'd probably say that they're relatively recent as well. I would say that you would, after a short time looking around, lots of lupine tracks. You know there's a lot of wolves in this land. You probably see the occasional deer track and stuff as well. But one print, just one big paw print stands out to you. And the fact that it's just a single paw print sort of roughly center of the road, and then you sort of look around, and with a 23 you find the next one, which is right on the edge of the road heading more to the sort of southwestish. And looking at the stride of these prints, this was a very large bear, like it's a wide, almost a foot wide across the base of the pad of the paw, and you can see where the claws have dug into the dirt. So it was obviously running, or it's bounding, because it's sort of one print and then it's another big one. It's a big stride.
So probably what Ivan is hunting.
Could be. I mean, you're all aware of owlbears as well, so it's potentially an owlbear possibly as well, but it's definitely a bear-like print in the
But
road.
basically running in the direction of the smoke.
No, it's going more southwest.
Slightly
The
different.
smoke, the smoke is more westward, whereas the direction that this was traveling seems to be more southwest, which would be more the direction of the Wizard of Wines.
And as far as the tracks, there's no safe direction necessarily to reveal from this. Like,
Not
they'll
really.
go in any direction.
Yeah, animals don't really have a direction that they travel, and it's a well-traveled road. You can see that the wagon ruts are deep, so that you can tell this road has seen a lot of wagon use over the years. Even though that it's kind of soft and muddy at the moment, those wheel ruts are quite deep and well used. The animal footprints are numerous and go in several different directions. And you got old and new, so it's a mixture.
There is a big creature, large bear, very large bear of some sort, maybe even as big as an owlbear, heading off down the southwest road. Maybe we should avoid going that direction unless we are prepared. We could head towards your smoke,
the road
but
directly. It was sort of in that general direction, though.
Yeah.
Don't we need to go that way to get to the winery?
Yes.
What? That's also the smoke is that you said was that way too.
Similar, not quite.
What if these people are, well, maybe they're in danger? Do we need to...
Maybe we should just check it out and see. Well, at least we know that there's something there that could be nasty.
It could also be what Ivan was hunting.
I'm not... was it a werebear?
You got to be intelligent enough to know that you've travelled several hours westward of where you camped tonight with Ivan, and I believe he specifically stated that the bear he was tracking was heading south of the cave.
Okay.
So if it is the same bear, it's covered a lot of ground.
In the wrong place.
In the wrong place to where you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
So probably not the same bear, but could be the same species of bear or something equally as large.
I mean, if we took it down, they buy pelts too in the town. City.
It's kind of a city. I mean, it's bigger than it. Well, it's nothing compared to likes of like Daggerford or any of the cities that you come from the Faerun. It's definitely a lot smaller.
Well, we've got to go that way anyway. We do need to figure out where these where it's getting stopped, like the supply is getting stopped at. I don't have any notes on it. but I wasn't sure if there was something about North was getting stuff.
No, all you were given from can't remember his name. The guy Mardukov at the Blue Water Inn was that they haven't had a delivery in 3 months, and it's unusual.
Okay.
They normally get a delivery every month, and it's been 3 months since their last delivery. Erwin, that's one. And he also explained, I think he sort of said that he's had a bit of a falling out with his father, who runs the winery, which is why he hasn't gone directly himself.
Oh, I see.
Well, if we keep traveling, we might need to stop for the night. Because
Drake's got like a bunch of limbs. He can just it'll be fine. Stick you in
I
a
just
little...
got them, so I don't want them just torn off.
Oh god, are they like lizard limbs? If you just like
they're
lizard tails,
if they fall off, they regrow.
they grow back.
They're more like praying mantis limbs.
Oh god,
grappling appendages is what they're called.
Jesus, stuff of nightmares. Oh, I mean, I love my party member.
Yeah, even if he's on the level, maybe we should just get rid of him.
Actually,
well.
I mean, that's if I chose that.
Okay.
That was
so
one of the
you chose the grappling appendages.
I chose grappling appendages.
He has canapes? Alright, we keep him around.
Now, I could actually choose these to be tentacles instead.
Tentacles?
I mean,
But...
I may or may not have romanced a mind flayer and
actually, you know what? I am gonna make them tentacles. I think that suits, but more similar to like more octopi like than.
Well, you make Ripple feel quiet at home.
Yeah.
So give us a description. Like, are they visible all the time, or are these something that can form and at will kind of thing?
No, they're there the whole time. They're an extra set of appendages that form just underneath my actual arms. So they're probably not quite as.
Wish, I guess.
Yeah, in my clothes I could. Yeah, I could hide them in the clothes.
Surely must be heavier now too.
A little bit.
But I can use them to grapple or to make an unarmed strike.
Oh, nice. So,
but I can't hold a weapon or anything like that with them.
Yeah. So basically, it's you can hit with it 1d6 plus your strength modifier for bludgeoning. Oh, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't want to go Carapace and add more AC. I was like,
it doesn't bother me.
I was like, the AC
creatures easy to hit.
I like the acid spit.
With that.
I like the acid spit. I was very close to picking that, but the dex rolls are pretty easy to beat. So it was like, like I know strength rolls are, but
we'll see what happens.
And Mantiglides, well, it depends if we're up high. So
yeah, I mean that's definitely more suited.
It would
for
suit with
high.
It would suit for the climber because you could climb up high and just glide down. But yeah,
we'll see how how that plays out for you. So, standing here discussing sort of what you're going to do next. Obviously, you've got a choice to make. Do you wish to go to the Wizard of Wines, to Salinka Pass, north to Lake Baratok, or go back to Vallaki? You got a decision to make here. Got some options.
I mean, Erwin kind of made it sound like the people at the Wizard of Wine were probably all right, and then the other ones are a little bit dubious. So maybe we just keep going where we're going.
I'd say keep going where we're going, because if we go back to Vallaki, that means it's a whole another
day wasted as well.
Yeah.
And what are we doing here?
You're at the halfway point either way you look at it. Looking at the map, the distance is pretty relative, so it's going to take you 6 or 7 hours either way to get back to Vallaki or to the Wizard of Wine. So it's 6 of one, half dozen the other.
Keep going forward. I'll be right back.
As much as I would like to run there as well, maybe we should be more cautious. Especially with the large beast perhaps around.
So, decision has been made, it seems. Moving forward. Continuing onward. Being probably a little more cautious, I would imagine, with the potential wildlife in the area. You leave the signpost, you take the road heading westward, which slowly turns and heads more south. You pass a small bridge, a small stone bridge on your right-hand side as you do traverse down that road, and you can see it crosses over a small river. And looking at the map, the river's marked as Raven River, and you can also see that feeds into Lake Baratok, which is to your north. Another hour or so passes, hour or two. I will get everyone to roll a perception check as you continue down this road, keeping a watchful eye for any potential threats from the wildlife in the area. Arcos with a dirty 20 on disadvantage.
Yeah,
look at that.
On disadvantage, yeah. I've got a high perception.
Yeah. So Ripple, you don't really notice anything. Zarik and Orvan, I mean, if anything's there, like definitely Arcos should be the first to see it. Nothing really sort of stands out. You still see obviously animal prints around the place. There's definitely wildlife in the area. It's a forest. You're going to have wildlife. You do notice that the ravens, however, have stopped circling above. They're no longer circling above you. But you do notice maybe a couple hundred feet further down this road, sitting in the treetops, 3 or 4 ravens just perched in a treetop, watching you as you traverse this road. Zarik and Orvan, you probably don't really notice the ravens, a little bit low for that, but again, you're more focused on looking for this potential threat at ground level, I would imagine. You haven't heard any noises of animals that per se, like you can hear the squawk of the ravens as they sort of fly around, even perched in the treetop, the occasional squawk coming from them. Heard sounds of other birds in the area, not like you would in the Faerun. Like on a nice fine day in Faerun, you'd hear the tweet of many different breeds of bird. Here you don't really hear too many. It's just the occasional caw of a raven, maybe the screech of an eagle. Perhaps there seems to be more bird of prey here than regular just domestic birds. No growl of a wolf or anything like that. You hear the occasional roaring of a stag somewhere in the distance. Nothing too foreboding. You continue onward, following the road. Another hour or two passes. Any more discussion to be had as the sun now starts to set in the land of Barovia? It's starting to get darker.
We should maybe move a little faster. Things get really bad when it's really bad anyway, but like super bad when it...
We probably need to think about making camp and securely as well.
Arcos, with your perception earlier, as you're sort of talking and moving forward, you spy something glint in what little light there is left as the sun starts to set just off the side of the road. You sort of look over, trying to figure out what it is. Something metal, maybe? It's a small music box. Just partly sort of obscured in the mud.
Marcus doesn't want any part of that. He doesn't want to let the others know either, because they'll be like, oh, hey, let's look at the shiny.
I've seen this movie.
He doesn't point out, he tries to think why in the hell there would be a music box like there. Like, it's still a fair way from the winery.
Yep.
They haven't seen any like housing like super close. He didn't see it before, not that means much.
No, and it looks like it's been here for a little while. Like it's sort of just a glint of a part of the top of it that's got a bit of metal filigree on it. just caught the light that as it was fading and sort of caught your eye, but it's partially buried in the mud. It's been here for a while. It's not like it's new or anything like that. It definitely looks like it's been there for some time.
Yeah, he tries to put it out of his mind. He's like, that's just trouble. Like this, what do I need that for? I don't need that.
Make a wisdom save for me. We're gonna let the dice decide this one, matey. Come on. can't let you have all the fun.
Oh,
look at that. Look at that. You feel you're compelled to either tell someone or pick it up. I'll let you make that choice. You just can't, like, you walk past it and then you stop and you can't put it out of your mind. There's something
like,
about
hang
it.
on, I'll be back. Because, like, if he can trust anyone to pick it up, it's him. He can't trust the others.
Oh,
they can't be trusted. He's allowed to touch things. Nobody else is. What could
What are you
possibly go
talking
wrong?
about? I felt a lot of things in that friggin' house.
Stop
like
feeling
it showed
things.
me a lot.
No,
Maybe we need to. What do you mean?
feel nothing. It's for the best.
Feel nothing. So you stop, turn and go back to pick it up.
He's like, give me a sec. I'll be back. And he sort of runs off and he's like, oh, I guess I do need it. Like, what is it? He starts like moving towards it and like trying to dig it out of the mud.
Doesn't take much to free it from the mud. You move the mud aside and you pick it up, and even with your muddy hands, you wipe off a bit of excess dirt and mud and stuff. And you see, it's just a very small, square-shaped, very well made toy box, music box. It's got a little latch on the front, just like in any other toy music box you've probably seen 1,000 times in any sort of curio store or general goods store. Children's toy. It's exceptionally well made though. Like it looks like it's probably pretty old. It's definitely been out here for a while. It's a bit weathered, but it hasn't started to rot or anything like that. It still looks in pretty good condition.
And having had that conversation before, he just like looks around to see if he can see anyone that maybe wasn't here a minute ago.
I would say, looking around, yeah, you don't really see anyone, don't see any shadows or anything like that. As you sort of turn back to the group, I would say just out of the corner of your eye, you think you see a pair of eyes just looking at you from within the tree line, right? And again, in the shadow, just the glow of red sort of catches your eye and you turn back quickly and there's nothing there.
Are the ravens still where they were before?
Yes, they're still watching.
Not that I'll be able to see him because he's quite low to the ground, but he sort of like holds the thing up and he's like, oh, I've got this. And he's like trying to see if they like that. He's like, is it fine?
They don't react.
Right. So he's going to take the non-reaction as evidence that it's fine, and not that they can't see him because he's a tiny rabbity man.
Wait, what are you waving around over here? What's happening? What have you got?
I found this music box. I was hoping it'd be something maybe a bit more like.
How do you know it's
useful.
a music box? Did it play?
No, well, it looks like a music box.
What does it play?
Has it got a wind in the back? Can we play it?
Do they have pretty lights?
So looking at it, it does have a winder in the back, just like any music box that any of you have ever seen before. Does Arcos open it and play it? Is the question.
Maybe when we get somewhere safe and not here. Like we don't like it could like summon something. Like sometimes like really innocuous things like that look like they're quite mundane, like they summon things. Have you ever had that happen?
What hurt you in the past? Like what have you had this happen to you?
Yeah, lots of things have hurt me. Sometimes I make really poor choices. I'm trying to be better. That's how this happened. And he's like shows you his metal arm and like his eyes all fucked up and he's like, Like, yeah. Like,
yeah, that was a little bit insensitive.
Yeah, he's had a pretty rough life.
I would argue that most of the time it's probably my poor decision making. No, I make great decisions. Don't listen to me. It's fine.
As the sun starts to set and lower in the skies, it starts to get darker.
Well, did you want to set up camp here then, where you found the thing?
I was kind of hoping, like, if we could get the Ravens' attention, like they might be like, "Yeah, this is a great place." Like, maybe not a thumbs up because they're Ravens and they don't have thumbs, but
a wing up, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is cool.
Maybe if they just caw, you know.
Like, you'll be alright. We'll watch after you while you sleep in this dangerous place where there's things watching you from the shadows.
I hope that that's what they're here for. Do we have anything on us to get their attention with?
I heard about a show that was called From the Shadows. It was about vampires as well.
I've never been much for theatre.
I'm just gonna wave wave around my arm and be like, Ravens.
It's about this time, trying to
Take
figure
us
out what
to
you're
a safe
doing.
place.
You hear the first wolf howl in the distance, and then an answer, and then a myriad of wolves start to howl across the land, like in all different directions. It's coming from all areas. It's pretty obvious now. I mean, you've spent the time outside, but it's obvious that this place at night belongs to them. But now that the sun is set, they are out. They are talking to each other.
We need to light a fire somewhere.
From where you are, you're about 2 or 3 hours from the winery itself. So
do we just keep going?
It's your choice. You either hunker down and make a camp, or you tough it out and get to the winery as quickly as possible. You can double time it and cut your time down by about just over an hour. So you can cut that 3 hours down to 2 if you double time it.
I would say we should probably skedaddle.
Yeah. Ripple, have you been in your bottle? Like, can you get back in your bottle?
I can get back in my bottle if I need to.
I was just thinking, like, you know, the rest of us, we have to, like, run. But if you're not running and then something bad happens and we're all tired, you won't be tired because you'll be in the bottle. And you can come out any time.
You can only do it once a day.
I can only do it once a day.
It's still nighttime though, right?
Yeah. I mean, she can do it today because she slept.
I can do it today
she was out of her bottle and she slept. So
yeah.
She can go into her bottle.
Back.
So I can make it easier for us though. Like I can kind of hide our walking, running, whatever the fuck.
Thinking about being exhausted.
I can do it for an hour.
Yeah.
Several times. So maybe. Also, it stops us being tracked.
Yeah. So part of it is Arcos, like, thinking logically that if we're all tired and one of us isn't tired, at least there's someone who's got a little bit more energy, but also, like, if something bad's going to happen, I don't want something bad to happen to Ripple again. And she'll be fine in the bottle.
Oh, it's just a shame I'm not bigger, because then we could all fit in the bottle.
We just stay there forever. Like, that's our lives now. Bottle life.
Bottle life, indeed.
I mean, we can yell at you to get you out. No. Like, it's at will, right? You just come out whenever.
Yeah.
Fine. We'll yell.
Are you sure? Because I would rather, be out here with you guys.
Yeah, well, if something bad happens, then you can, like, the things attacking us won't know that you're in the bottle. And then you can pop out and surprise. Oh.
Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, but then we see a smaller target at that point. That's the only other thing.
Reed can get big, right? And you've got extra bits, which is kind of... When did that happen? That's got to be uncomfortable.
It happened little while ago, probably about 2-3 months ago, but I forgot about them. They were just inside my clothes.
Yeah.
Huh? You had to like cut them out of a sack or something. Just make it grosser. It's fine. Just lean into it.
The sound of the wolves gets a little louder, a little more
All
frequent.
right. We're doing this.
Are we still walking though?
Yeah, you're
We're
walking and talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
cast pass without a trace though.
Pass
for
without a
us,
trace?
So that we can.
Okay, so that'll give
not
you a
be
plus
tracked.
10. Yeah, that'll give you a plus 10 to any stealth checks. However, if you're running, you're not going to be very stealthy.
Well, it's fine. It does, but okay. I'm mostly just doing it because of the can't be tracked part of the thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like, I don't care about the noise part of it,
Yeah.
but also,
It's up to you. Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, obviously, we're not going to be making any stealth checks if you're running. But if you're doing it to remove the ability for someone to track you, then that'll track as well. That'll work.
yeah. It also doesn't. We don't leave any tracks or trace of us going anywhere either.
Yeah,
So
that sounds good.
That works.
it's helpful in
Yeah.
a sense, but we're gonna be fucking noisy anyway.
You are going to be noisy because you're going to be. That's if you decide to run. It's up to you. If you're going to not run and take the full 3 hours, then pass through a trace will definitely help.
I would be tempted to say let's just walk at a pace rather than running and exhausting.
Yeah.
You're not
It's
worried about
3
exhaustion.
hours.
Running for 3 hours is not going to gain an exhaustion.
Oh,
You'll be tired,
okay.
but you're going to sleep pretty much the moment you get there. If you're running for 8 hours, however, then you'd be
That's
looking at
different.
exhaustion. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And you want me to jump into the bottle just in case?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do that then.
We're gonna be smart.
You're going to be smart. So pass without a trace is
But also,
cast.
can I have the music box?
Oh, no. I don't know if Arca's going to give that one up.
It's mine. It's my precious.
So, pass without a trace is cast. You pick up the pace. Ripple, you descend into your bottle, and Arcos, you bag it or sling it, whatever the trick is for you guys. Whether you pop it in a bag or it's got a sling, you can sling it over your shoulder. But you take the bottle and you start to run, heading down the track. You guys all have dark vision, yes? Arcos does, I think. Or
Yeah.
does it-
I do.
I know Jarek does. I think Ulvan does.
I do. Hee hee.
Don't-
I don't think Arcos does he?
No.
No. So it is dark.
I don't know if Reed does either, because
Reed's human. No, we've given him a short dark vision
Yeah,
because
that's-
it was goblin ancestry. So it's gnomous ancestry. Sorry. So he does have a limited dark vision. So Arcos is the only one that can't really see in the dark. So someone's going to have to guide him, or you're going to have to light a torch, which will slow you down just a little, but not too much. Light a torch, obviously, you better keep that pace, but potentially give you a position away. So it's up to you what you guys do here, because Arcos will not be able to keep pace with you guys if he cannot see.
I don't have anything to magically do that, so
Maybe chuck Arcos in the bottle and I'll carry him.
You can't put anyone else in the bottle.
Damn it.
It
I'm
is
small,
strictly
but not
for
that
you.
small.
It's like,
At higher levels, yes, that can definitely happen, but not now. You're too low. level
visions
for
of
that.
you trying to cram him in.
Plunge him into
You
the
actually
bottle.
you finally get him in, and you see these 2 bunny ears just sticking out the top.
I mean, the bottle's not a top hat, guys. Come on.
Oh no.
So, what are we doing? We're lighting a torch. Are you guys going to grab an arm each and guide him? Which I will allow. Like, you don't have to light a torch. You can just guide him while you're running.
I am going to pull out a bullseye lantern, because I have one of those,
Yes.
and turn that on,
Okie dokie. So,
which
bullseye
points in
lantern,
one direction and rather than everywhere
it
around,
does
so it
indeed.
should make it easier to not be spotted.
That makes perfect sense. So, Jarek pulls out his lantern and sets the shutters so it's directly in front of you guys, and you start running. The sounds of the wolves all around you. Like it's like they're not getting super close or anything like that. It's not like you're being chased, but you are definitely aware that this place has changed. The oppressive feeling of this land has, now that the sun has gone down, and for the first time you're sort of out, still moving in the nighttime, and it is super oppressive. It's so heavy. Even the task of running is a chore. The sound of the wolves just adds to that. Arcos, your whole demeanor, you're struggling. The fear that you've had previously is on the verge of boiling over. No need to make a wisdom save or anything like that. We're not going to do that to you, but it is right there. It's the fear is just right on the edge. It's right on the edge of sort of boiling over and taking over. But you manage to, for Ripple's sake, you focus on her, you focus on where your companions are, making sure you're running in the right direction. And over the next 2 hours, you keep that pace. Every now and again, you look, I'd say those of you with dark vision, look over your shoulder to make sure you're not being followed or chased. Occasional glances left and right. At one point, you do see maybe a pair of eyes, maybe a couple of pairs of the sort of bit of eye shine from the little bit of moonlight that is peeking through the cloud cover above, but doesn't seem to concern you too much. That it's more like a glimpse, not a full solid pair of eyes. As you start to near the Wizard of Winery, you hit the vineyard first, so you start winding down a small path, leads you down a hill, down a bit of a hillside, and as you sort of look out over the rolling hills down to your right, as the clouds start to part and revealing a clear sky for the first time since you've been here. The mist pulls back, the sky clears, the cloud cover moves, and it's a starry night, just like you would have in Faerun. The only difference is not a lot of stars here. Maybe a few dotted around, but nothing like you would see above. The name of the cities escaped me. Baldur's Gate and cities like that, you would see those massive starry skies with the constellations and comets flying by every now and again. Like that kind of starry sky is just not here. It's very unnerving. Occasional pinprick in the darkened sky. The moon here is full. It's not that grey, silvery moon that you would expect to see in the night sky, but more of a reddish orange moon, and not super bright, but bright enough to give you some light, so those with dark vision can actually see quite clearly. We'll take a break in about 2 minutes. As you near the wine, you can see the lights on in the upper floor. A couple of small windows in the upper floor of the winery appear to have light on. You break the threshold of the gates, you cross over the threshold, and now looming above you or in front of you is a 2-story building, probably about 30 or 40 feet long. It's a large building. Where you're standing is a couple of large double doors, looks like barn doors, and as I say, a couple of sort of lights on, lights spilling out onto the roadway in front of you. The sound of the wolves still remain, but you up onto the stoop. It's a big sort of awning, couple of we assume that they stomp grapes, maybe some big barrels under this sort of awning area, and you make it to the Wizards of Winery, and we'll take a short break there, guys, so the puppers can be fed. We will take 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back soon. Don't you go anywhere. BRB. And we are back, ladies and germanies. I'd like to acknowledge AC Riab for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I didn't see that when it came through. I was focused on the game. But I do appreciate the gifted subs, even though you may not still be here. But if you are, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying our story. So, you make it to the winery. And just to help you guys a little more visually, let's see if we activate this scene here. Let me know if you can see it, so make sure I've got it all set up properly. You can scroll in.
Looks like a vineyard.
It does look like a vineyard. So, as I said, you rolled up to the front. In my version of the winery, the vineyard's not right at the front of the main building. It's more off to the right and down the hills. So this main area in front of the building that you're seeing on the splash screen here is more of an open courtyard. But you've got the barn type doors on the left hand side of the building, and you've got that sort of veranda awning part under the right hand side of the building, where you've got several big tubs, which you can... Anyone who's heard of winemaking know that they stomp grapes to make wine. So these look like the big barrels that they use to stomp the grapes out here to make the wine. A couple of the windows on the upper floor have light streaming out and spilling out onto the courtyard. You make it up onto the awning, and you don't hear anything. Like, you don't hear any sounds from inside, like any sound. You don't hear voices, you don't hear movement. So I will get all of you to make a quick perception check for me, please. We will can the crows for the time being. So we've got 14, 18, and 7. I better give read.
I'm not seeing much from my bottle.
No, you are. Yeah, you won't need to make one, because you won't see anything from inside your bottle unless you decide to come out of your bottle now that you'd know that they've arrived. But all of you except for Jariq, actually all of you. Yes.
Sorry. Do you want me to mark off another pass without a trace? Like, how many hours did it take us to
It would
run?
have taken you 2 hours, so you would have to mark.
Okay.
It lasts an hour, doesn't it? So you'd have to mark off 2.
Yeah, I'll mark off another one.
Yeah. So you make it here. You're comfortable that you're not being followed. Your perception checks. All of you are aware of just how quiet it is. Those of you with over 15s, which is just Arcos by the looks, you swear, even though you're under the awning and you can see the light spilling out from the window above, you swear you see a shadow move across the window, so there must be someone there. But you don't hear anything. You don't hear footsteps above you or anything like that. You just literally are here at the winery. The mist has sort of cleared somewhat, which is a little unnerving. This is the first time you've seen clear sky in the several days that you've been here. Arcos, what you do now hear is the sound of shrubbery moving. Not from the winery itself, but as you turn to look back towards where you came in, you see the stand of trees either side of the winery following the road back. But out in that tree line, you can hear movement, the sound of rustling leaves, snapping of twig, the movement of vine. As you sort of look and focus, Orvan and Ripple, you start to hear it. Jariq, I think you're probably more interested in this old building at this point, sort of looking at it and looking at the old architecture, because it is a fairly old building. And then I would imagine you would also hear it, the sound of movement. And it's not just a little movement. It sounds like a lot of movement. But nothing big. small. Like it sounds small to you, but there's a lot of it. What do you
maybe
do?
There's something inside too, which I mean.
Can we play that music box? It might draw it out.
Arcos just like he sort of stops for a bit, takes a deep breath. So there's someone inside, but probably less harmful than whatever's
Outside?
out. Well, I hope so. I mean, last time we went into a house.
Is there anything that we can see? Like, are there any insects around or anything on the vines?
You can't see the vine, like in the picture it's different. Like this is an open courtyard, so the winery itself is all down, sort of down the side of the winery. I've altered it slightly. So in this picture, what you see in front of the building is just an open courtyard. You can see like cart tracks. This is where they would have loaded and unloaded wine, like grapes up from the vineyard and things like that. So it's more of just an open area. The tree line sort of runs down the left-hand side of the building and along the road that you just came in, and then sort of the tree line breaks away and falls down into the vineyard itself. As you're sort of looking around, discussing this, deciding what you're going to do, you see the first of them, and you've seen them earlier today. Small tree-like figures step out from the tree line. However, this time it's not just 3 or 4, 12, 15, 20, 30, you're not entirely sure. There's a lot of these figures. They sort of just slowly start to walk out from the tree line, making all sorts of rustling and skittering noises, almost like goblins would too. They're kind of chattering amongst themselves in a language you don't really understand. And behind them comes a more human-sized figure. One at first, then two, steps out carrying a big nail. They both of them have got a real long sort of gnarled tree branch looking staff with looks like something glowing in the top of it. Their hair is just a shock of mess. Even in the dark you can sort of make out that is totally unkempt. They're half cloaked, but they've got sticks and branches sticking out of their clothing and out of their hair, dirty faces. And one of them sort of points the staff towards you and mutters something that you can't understand, because I believe none of you speak Druidic.
I do.
You do? You would understand it. It would be, bring me their heads, pretties. And all of a sudden, these twig figures just rush forward. They're about 200 yards away at this point, but they just start rushing towards you guys. You got 6 seconds to decide what you're going to do.
In the house.
You've got doors behind you. It's a couple of big sliding doors directly behind you. Is your intention to get inside the building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is trying the door? Who is going to attempt to open the door? All of you? By the looks of it?
We'll all have a go.
So you all turn
Yeah,
and
everyone grabs the knob.
sort of grab it's a big sliding barn door type scenario. So
I use my tentacles
on either side. Hey, might give you an advantage, you don't know. You all sort of get on, 2 of you get on a side each, and you grab the handles and attempt to pull them open. Luckily, without too much of an effort, the squeal of rusted wheels on metal screeches as you pull open the doors, and you rush inside, turn around and force the doors closed. You can see on the inside a little bit of light, not too much, but enough to sort of see what you're doing. You can see the large door bar. It's hinged on one side of the door, so it's got a big sort of bolt on this side and it slots down, and then you've got a latch that latches it on the other side so the doors can't be pulled open.
Sounds good.
It'll take 2 of you to do it. It's a heavy bar, but there's 4 of you, so it's easy enough done. You lock the latch in place, lock it down, and within 20 seconds, 30 seconds of latching the door, you hear the just battering on the door. And again, it's not like the sound of men bashing against the door. It's just a whole lot of little folk Like, these things are 2 or 3 feet tall at most. Some of them even shorter, and it's just a lot of banging and rattling on the door and weird noises. They're not speaking a language per se, so it's not something you can understand, but Jurek, muffled from outside, you hear the two humans talking in Druidic, basically discussing, we need to get inside. Sure we have someone in there. Let me see. And you sort of hear that muffled, so you would know that there's potential threat inside now as well. You're not 100% sure.
We're not alone in here. Be on guard. I put the torch in a spot and open the shutters a bit more.
Someone in here. I saw a shadow.
So
the shadow's an outside.
What we're going to do here is I'm just going to show you a map.
Not the owner that is in here?
I'm going to put you in an area, and then I'll show the map to you where you are currently standing. The scale's a little bit off, but not much. So you guys are now currently standing in this space. This is essentially what you see. You're now standing in an open room. The rich smell of wine fills this large 2-story chamber as you sort of turn the torch around, which is dominated by 4 large wooden casks, each one about 8 feet wide and about 12 feet tall. Wooden staircase in the center of the room, leading up to a 10-foot high wooden balcony that sort of clings to the south wall. Has 4 windows set in the back balcony, stacked against the wall underneath the balcony. Behind it, which you could possibly just see, several wine barrels. They are labeled with the Wizards of Wines burnt into the side. So you can, obviously this is the winery. The balcony itself climbs another 5 feet on either side up into an area you can't really see. You also see, let's get a perception check as you have walked into the space. Get another perception. So we got Arcos with 14, Jurek with 7, Orvan with 21. Whew, Ripple with an 8. Orvan, you'd be the first to notice him. About 4 or 5 ravens perched in the rafters inside this building, up above the vats. They don't seem to be moving. I mean, they're there, they're looking at you, they're watching, but they're not really doing anything. But I'll also show you, hopefully you can see that. That is what you saw outside, rushing towards the winery as you...
I am Groot.
Pretty much. There's those ones, and there is another type as well. So there's 2 different types of creature you saw. Let's show you the other one. This is the other type of creature you saw. So it's more of a twig-like creature, and one that looks like it's made up of thorns.
The subtle twig noises is really annoying.
Now I wish I had a file.
I was
That's
just like,
awesome.
what is scratching everything? I'm so confused. And I went, oh, it's you.
It's me.
You're the one.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like that, you know, when you're streaming and someone puts that sound effect that goes donk donk on your window.
Oh, yeah, like the tapping. Yeah,
Yes,
I was like,
it's good.
ooh.
I love it. The ambient noise is brilliant. So that's pretty much what you saw as you barricaded yourself into in the building. The balcony creaks, drawing your eye above you to see another wild-looking figure sort of hunched over on the westernmost cask up above. So up above on the balcony at this end of where you are. So above that cask there. This oh, let me finish.
No. I want to get it with you.
He's pouring a flask of thick syrup into the wine itself, It's a she. Wears a gown made of animal skins and a headdress of goat horns. Her hair is long and unkempt and got sticks and stuff sticking out of it. Suddenly you see something skittering across the floor. Looks like a tiny creature made of twigs. It moves past from its hiding place under the stairs and disappears behind the easternmost cask, so all the way to your left-hand side. So it disappears into the shadows, and it's almost like a large spider. It's the sound it makes when it skitters across the floor and disappears under the barrel. So we're not going to be rolling initiative right now because we are getting close to the end, and this could take some time. So we are going to call it a little bit early. But before we do that, let's get some reactions from our players as you look up and see this unkempt figure pouring some weird looking liquid into the vat. And you see this creature skitter across the floor. This woman up in the upper floor has not seen you as yet. She's focused on what she's doing. Even though the door's made a very loud noise, you get the impression that maybe whatever's happened here, these creatures have been here for a little while, and this obviously is the reason why the wine has not made it to the Blue Water Inn in Balaki. Something is definitely not right here. So I'll turn it over to the players for your reactions before we conclude tonight's session.
You stepped your foot in it already, didn't you? Hello.
I mean, you did call out.
Yeah, what are you doing? No, if she hasn't seen us, sorry, I was on the impression she was looking at us.
She is focused on what she's doing. She has not noticed you guys yet.
Does anybody have a fireball?
No, too low a level.
What's this level you speak of?
Yeah, but I am going to cast Alter Self, and I'm going to make myself look like the bramble monster. It doesn't change my stats. It's just how I look.
So it doesn't change your size either, does it?
It can.
That much? Because that's a big transformation.
How much bigger?
Well, lower. Like if you're trying to make yourself look like the creatures, the twig creatures, they're about a third your size.
Okay.
I mean, you could make yourself look like them, but you'll be a lot larger.
That's fine. I'll still make myself look like it in my current size.
Okay.
Property.
Yeah, because I'm not sure whether you can alter your size that much. That's all. I'm not.
No, I don't actually think. I was thinking of Lavanda.
Yes.
Because it's two different things, but yeah.
No worries. So yeah, so I know you can change your appearance and everything. So you have altered yourself to look more like a twig creature, although albeit a lot larger. Arcos, how do you react?
Arcos will...
Bear in mind the twig creatures outside are still battering against the door.
Arcos is going to be like, we should hide. I think they're coming in here whether we want them to or not, and he sort of motions to everyone to sort of like get on the other side of these barrels. He's going to try and hide, whether the rest of them do or not.
I'm just gonna close a couple of doors because they weren't actually open. They're not supposed to be
doors.
Open. So not actually supposed to be open. So there is a door behind Reed as well. You're not sure if it's locked or not, but these barrels, just to give you a bit of context too. So these barrels, where you guys can see, the barrels that look like they're kind of grayed out down here, they are under a balcony. So there is, where Reed is standing, is under a balcony. So he would be out of line of sight of this druid. I mean, you don't know it's a druid, but the druid above you would not see Reed in this instance, in this moment. So you do have places to hide if you move quickly and silently. I would say your second cast to Pass Without a Trace is on the verge of expiring, so I'll give you guys an opportunity to roll stealth checks to hide with the +10 from the Pass Without a Trace. So 18 from Derek. We've got 33 from Arcos, 19 from Ripple, and a stealth check from Orvan. That's a low roll, but with a plus 10, that will give you 26. Man, you got high stealth. So I would say, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So with that...
No, it's already added the plus 10.
Oh, it has had the plus 10. Oh, sorry, because
she cast the spell.
Because she cast the spell, yeah. Okay, so 16 still not terrible. Reed will do his stealth check. He's not wearing funky armor, so it's not at disadvantage. He rolls a 13, 15, so 25. So the average is pretty high. So we're going to leave you on the map as you are for the time being. Actually, no, we won't. Where are you wanting to hide? Give me a ping on the map where you think you would be looking to hide. Under the balcony?
Yeah.
So we will put you all under
VC.
Under the balcony.
Ripple could jump into the wine barrel. She'd survive.
She probably could too, actually, to be fair.
Yep. If needs must. If there's not enough room, I'm in the wine barrel.
We don't know what they're putting in them, though.
I mean, you don't know what they're pouring into it, correct? So I'm just going to roll a quick... where is my druid at? I need to roll a perception check from you. And I'll roll that. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to do a quick calculation here. I'm going to say that she did not notice. You hear her sort of stop pouring, but you can hear the liquid sort of bubbling and pouring into the wine vat. And for a second, it stops as you move into the shadows and move under the balcony. And then sort of you don't hear anything for a moment. Obviously, we're not sure what it's doing. You can't see her. But then you hear the liquid pour again. Then for about 10 or 12 seconds, and the liquid stops. You hear a bit of rusting above it, and then you hear the footsteps walking from left to right. So above you, she's above you here, and you hear the footsteps move in this direction. And eventually the footsteps fade as she moves up and around the balcony, and you hear a door open and close above you. So for all intents and purposes, you are hidden and you've not been noticed. You do know that there is one of those trig creatures down here with you somewhere. You don't know where it is. And that's where we'll call tonight's session, ladies and germs. Because this is going to get rather interesting from here on out, as our party has now kind of barricaded themselves inside a winery with potential enemies inside and out. So thank you very much, players. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's session. It was obviously a bit more roleplay heavy, but that's all good. I don't mind roleplay. Roleplay's all good and fun. Chat, I hope you enjoyed it as well, and thank you again for the gifted subs and the new chatter before as well. Agreeable Goose, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. We will be back in a couple of weeks' time to do session 20. Again, we'll post the details, the date, and that in the Discord. Let me know if you can or cannot make it. We should probably try and reach out to Dill sometime this week and make sure he is okay. It is unusual for him not to be here.
And also not actually contact anybody as well.
Yeah, normally it's pretty good. I know he's been having some computer issues. It could be that. Although I'm pretty sure he had that sorted. But I know those of us that know his situation, but we'll reach out to him and see what's happening there as much as we can. And we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for the next session of Land of the Lost, aka Curse of Strahd, heavily homebrewed. I'm Evldoa, I'm your DM, and we have Blapple, Grimithy, Nutty, and Styx, and Dill, who is absent, my players. And we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.